The old ball coach, Steve Spurrier, has Gator Nation in shambles after he said this last night at Spurrier's. We're going to talk all about it, see how people are reacting. It's getting wild, baby. Roll it. Happy Saturday. Good to see you, boys and girls. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. So last night at Spurrier's, Coach Spurrier decided to stand up in front of a packed-out restaurant and have some words. It was tweeted out by Buddy Martin first. This is where it kind of got rolling. And I was kind of like, does Buddy just start some shit? Now, this is not, Buddy would not do that. But I was like, there's no way. Like, I can't comprehend this. Here's what he tweeted. Wow, Spurrier's jacked up. This really happened tonight at Spurrier's. Head ball coach asked all the restaurant guests to pull out their cameras and phones and videotape them, saying that if we beat LSU, he wants the fans to swarm the swamp. But leave the field goals alone. He even joked that the restaurant will pay the fine. Yes, this happened tonight. Now, I saw this, and I'm like, well, everyone had to be recording. But I hadn't seen any video footage when this tweet came out. So I was like, I mean, how have we not seen this yet? How is this not big-time news? Now, could it be because nobody wants us to get out, and so people don't rush the field? Because this is not a thing at Florida. And he talks about it in his speech, which we're about to watch, about how it's never happened in Florida anymore. This will be record-breaking. We've lost to LSU 7 in a row. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to watch the video, and then I'm going to read you what a few people have said in regards to his comments. Take a listen.
Yeah, let's shoot them all. You know, we ain't had a lot of fun in our schedules like we have. Not as much as we used to have. So here's what I hope we can do. So I'm going to send a message out. Coach Spurrier is going to allow our team to not rush the field after the game, but we're going to call it Swarm the Swamp after the game. Students, they're going to be free to run out there. Gator fans who can jump over the wall and run out there. Everybody's doing it, boss. We've never done it. So we have a chance for the first time in school history to swarm the swamp after the game. And I'm going to tell you what, the players and everybody all over the country, they love doing that. The students love doing that. And to my knowledge, we've never done it. Has anybody ever seen us jump over the wall and run out there? So here's how we're going to do it. We're not going to tear down the goalpost. Somebody get hurt. Don't tear down the goalpost. And don't agitate the other team, but just run around, act like a bunch of idiots and jump and hug everybody that wants to hug. Got to make sure they want to hug back. Okay? But if they find us, Freddie Whitney said our restaurant will pay the bill. I think it's a $75,000 tab, but we'll take care of it if that's the way they want it. But all these teams they're called swarming the field. Storming the field. We're going to call it swarming the swamp. Swarming the swamp. All right? It's healthy enough. All right. Gotta win the game first. And hopefully.
Oh my goodness, he's rallying the troops, swarm the swamp. You have no idea if this happens. Okay, so we got to talk about this because the Gator standard, you don't swarm the swamp. We make fun of teams who swarm the swamp. Clemson swarms or rushes the field. We make fun of Clemson because they rush the field, win, lose, or draw, right? FSU rushed the field and they beat a 6-6 Florida team 2 years ago. Is this coming from Ole Miss last week? Like, is this just how infatuated we are with, I think I used the right word there, with Lane Kiffin, that we are trying to emulate what they did at Ole Miss? Like, we don't do that. Like, that's because when you rush the field, you lesser yourself as an opponent. Vandy rushing Alabama, that's okay. That's the moment you rush the field. If we go 5-5 and beat a 2-loss LSU team, ranked 23rd, how far that, like, look, this piss people off. As much as I want to be an instigator to support these things, like, we ain't come that far. You know what I'm saying? We don't rush the field. Eddie, who's played for the Florida baseball team, he's a big time booster, said if we beat LSU, we will 5-5. Don't swarm the field. Drain the swamp as soon as possible. Like, get the F out of that thing. Like, let's move on to the next one. This shout out to Gator Josh. This was his tweet that I took here for the video. Here's the comment section. We don't do this. I love Coach, but let's not ruin who we are because we had a couple cocktails. Another guy, Justin, says, I never thought I would see the day. Bull Gator, please don't rush the field. So Bush League. That's coming from the Bull Gator account. Again, I am shocked. This is not going to go well. Another guy goes, how about no? Fire Strickland is the guy's name. Says, don't do this. Don't do this. It's not being taken very well. It's not being taken very well. We can't rush the field, guys. If I can help. And look, here's my thing, dude. I love watching it on TV. I've always thought as a kid, I'm like, man, it'd be cool. Why don't we rush the field? But as you grow up, you realize that we don't do those things, kid, son. That's not who we are. Okay? We have a standard here around Florida, and we don't rush the field. We're better than that. Okay. Now, I remember, I think we rushed the. I said I kind of would be okay. We rushed the court in basketball. I'm a little bit different on that, but we don't rush the field. What are your thoughts on it? I need to know. I need to know how Gator Nation is feeling about this. I kind of get his perspective of like, let's hype it up. I'm seeing it happen on TV. Like, would it be electric? Could Swarm the Swamp become a thing because of this? I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna like it. Let's talk about a few things though, because this show is brought to you by Prize Picks, and I put a little lineup together in regards to today's game. Feeling pretty good about this. I got destroyed on Thursday's pick'em, so I got to bounce back here. Be sure to go check out Prize Picks. Use the code Hightop to get yourself a little extra cheddar. But here's what we're working with. Shedeur Sanders, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. The guy's been slinging the rock. Utah's in shambles. Just found out their fourth-string quarterback, walk-on, will be starting. This thing could get out of hand very quickly. Jadon Blue, more than 24.5 rushing yards. Guy's been averaging like 60 a game. Little freebie here, I think. Arkansas' defense is a little tough. I get it. Will Shepherd, more than 53.5. Why not? Travis Hunter, any of those guys? They're a little bit up there. I like this one. I think Will's been doing himself about 60, 70 a game. I like this. Then Shamir DK, baby. Little cherry on top. More than 47.5. I think he comes out slinging the rock. He has averaged over, outside that Aiden Warner game, he's been doing his job in Mr. Shamir DK. So I like this one here to lock and load. And again, what's fantastic, once these bad boys lock in, your money will be back in your account within 15 minutes. Be sure to go download the app Prize Picks. Use the code Hightop. Get back $50 when you play your first $5 bet. It's right in there again within 15 minutes. Again, use the code Hightop. Download the app Prize Picks. Run your game. Now, we've been talking all week about how big this week is. And again, it's not just about winning. It's not about DJ Lagway. The recruits that are coming in. Dallas Wilson, 5-star wide receiver, is set to be there this weekend as well. He even said in a comment, I talk to UF almost every single day. Currently committed to Oregon. Oregon has obviously been on a trail on the recruiting show, heating things up. So will be very interesting to see if Florida can make a big splash. Again, I think that's maybe where all this energy of swarming the swamp is coming from. DJ Lagway starting, that fires everybody back up. The amount of recruits that are going to be there. Is it a big selling ploy? What are you doing? How are we getting these guys into the, to become a Gator? Let's get some excitement. Let's get some hype. I love the attitude. Love the mindset. We got to push back a little bit, head ball coach. Got to push back. I'm excited to see how this thing kind of unfolds. I mean, to see what people say. I don't think it gets enough steam. We'll see. I don't think it's going to translate to the field. If I'm UF and I'm Strickland, they're probably pulling their hair because I've been to the games. They'll put on the sign, do not rush the field. Like they're like, boom, 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 saying it. I think they say that at other fields. But when you've got a mob jumping over the fence, there's not too much you can do about it. Okay? Not too much you can do about it. We can't swarm the swamp, boys. That's not what we do. We at that point, we would have lowered the standard of Florida football. Like, think about it. Think about it. We're not Ole Miss. We're not Vandy. Ole Miss doing it last week, that's embarrassing. But that's the biggest win in Ole Miss forever. Like, they don't do that shit. Act like you've been there. Act like you've been there, boys. We should handle LSU. This shouldn't be a monumental upset where we rush the field or swarm the swamp or slide down the slide. I don't know. Don't do it. Smash the like button, don't subscribe. We'll see you guys later on today for the Colin Show halftime report. All that good jazz. Peace and love, baby. We'll see you.